Welcome to Fear Babes Podcast, a paranormal podcast founded and hosted by Fear fan members.
All thoughts and opinions are strictly our own, and we are not affiliated with any shows in any way.
My name is Burgundy.
My name is Madeline.
And we are...
the Fear Babes. Hi guys. Welcome back to Fear Babes. I just wanted to tell you all that I really hate Tanner Wiseman, and the next time I see him, I'm going to say exactly this.
This guy looks stupid. Stupid bitch ass.
What? Don't call me that. You don't even
Dumb
know.
bitch. Stupid fuck.
Stupid dumb bitch. Stupid fuck.
In case you guys haven't realized, I really hate Tanner. But not just that. We have a new member of our podcast. And you heard him for the very first time.
Yeah.
It keeps going. It keeps going.
I hate you, stupid.
You're wrinkly.
He called me wrinkly.
He called me wrinkly. He called me wrinkly.
Wait, let me send you this one. Hold on, because Ryan sent it to me, and then I was like... no, it'll make him look more wrinkly. Hold on. I was like, it's gonna make him look more wrinkly. Ah, here it is. Yes. Too mad. He did call you wrinkly. Bitches. Did you get it? Did you get it? Did you get it? How about now? No?
Hold on.
No?
Let's see.
He called me wrinkly.
Am I wrinkly, Robert? What is this, Marcus?
Hello. The song being sexy bad.
Dude. So, for our listeners' sake, would you like to tell the listeners who are new member of our podcast?
Okay, so oh my gosh, why can't I words right now? For the record, it is 8:19 p.m. on a Friday. We don't normally record at 8:19 p.m. on a Friday, so buckle up, bitches. The chaos. So, I've infiltrated everyone around me with Marcus the Worm. So remember last week when my new TikTok obsession was Dat Trash Man? Well, now I have a new TikTok obsession. It's Marcus the Worm.
Yeah, this one's way better.
I don't know. You know what's so funny is he's like terrifying and intriguing all at the same time.
Yeah, he's super crazy.
Like, he popped up once on my TikTok For You page probably like 2 or 3 weeks ago, the first time, and I was like, what the fuck is that? Like, I don't want to ever see that again. And then it kept circling back, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna watch this video. And then there's like 11 now, like as of today, the 11th one dropped. And so now I'm like, my show's on!
Yeah, we stan Marcus the Worm. And the weird thing is he doesn't look anything like a worm, but he does, but he doesn't.
Yeah, I don't know why everybody calls him Marcus the Worm, but that's probably like, it's the thing
something
we could relate him to the most, I guess. Anyways,
yeah.
His lore is he's in a VR chat game of some kind. Nobody actually knows who is behind the worm because it's a voice changer and everything, but like the comments are my favorite because people are like, the best part is this could be a doctor or a lawyer, and this is just their hobby.
That would be so much, like, funnier if it was a doctor or a lawyer, and they're just like, you stupid fuck.
Hello, Robert.
No, there's another one that I can't wait to show you guys. Hold on, actually, this is the perfect time. Continue with your lore.
Are you gonna
if you're not done?
Spooky, bitey, bitty, bob, bow on their ass.
Yes, but no.
Part is my favorite part. I've quoted that way too many times in the last 2 days.
Let me see here. Hold on.
Go look up Marcus the Worm or Marcus Adventures. Mads, what is that guy's gamer tag that has the TikToks?
It's ROFL Gator.
That, yeah.
Here, hold on. I'm about to play you guys the most epic thing ever.
Marcus.
I've discharged my fluid.
What does that mean? What does that mean, Marcus? You took a pee?
It's over there.
Marcus, I'm not gonna
It's
go in
kind of gooey and sticky. Goopy and goopy and green. Lick my finger.
Where are you going?
It's ooey and gooey and the way he says that is so satisfying. I don't know why.
I like how he's like, it's ooey and gooey, and then he goes, it's ooey and goopy and sticky.
He said, lick my finger, Robert. See,
Have you tried the moon juice? Or perhaps the diet moon juice?
and it's like, no. Should I have? Like, what?
There's 10% sale. I don't know.
I'm gonna fuck this one.
I like the part when he goes, it's like episode 7 is my favorite to be on, or whatever, and the little frog guy walks up, and he calls him
Dude.
like a shriveled testicle.
Dude, but he loves that little frog guy, though. He's the one that's always the brunt of his, like, fucking jokes.
He goes, dear God, shut your damn mouth, you insufferable, contorted, shriveled testicle, having dumbass tadpole.
No. Watch.
Bitch
Watch this
ass.
one.
So
Like-
guys, what's so funny is usually it's Mads who sends me this kind of shit, right? And I'm always like, what the fuck? How is this popping up on your feed? Because I have questions, a lot of them. But this time, it was me. I was like, Mads, have you seen Marcus the Worm? And she goes, no. And I sent it to her, and she goes, I'm terrified. I was like, this is precisely why I thought you would like this.
It's so funny because, like, honestly, sometimes I'll send you things and I'm like, I don't know if she'll get it. Because even though we have, like, the same sense of humor, we also don't at the same exact time. I can't explain it, but, like, there's some things where I feel like you're like, what the fuck?
There are a
is
lot
this
of things you send me, and it makes me question what you're looking up.
shit? Like, the thing I sent you last night.
To have the algorithm find these videos and provide them to you willingly, I'm afraid of what your search history is. I'm not gonna lie.
The one I sent you last night was the one that was the funniest.
Okay, let me go look again. It was on Instagram, right?
Yeah.
I'm not even sure I reacted to it because
No, you said OMG. And, like, the craziest thing is that, like, I have the craziest For You page, like, on
that's what I'm telling you. Is you
on
the
TikTok?
algorithm that provides these to you? It scares me.
Well, I'll tell you why. It's because I get sent, like, crazy TikTok or whatever kind of videos on Instagram, like, from everybody. So, like, my brothers, Janice, literally those are the ones that send me the crazy stuff like that. And it's just built up over time to this, like, perfect little scramblation of things. So, I find shit like that hilarious. Are you watching?
No, I remembered once I looked at it. I was like, oh yeah, I do remember that.
I just don't, like, there's some things like that video where I was like, I don't know if it's going to hit the way that it should hit for her. Because I thought it was hilarious.
Sometimes I'm just like, that's gross.
Some stuff is crazy. I mean, like, this is what happens when you have two brothers. Is that, like, they say the craziest, wildest shit, and you go through, like, childhood trauma. So, like, it naturally just, like, I don't know. I feel like if you have childhood trauma, like, you're fucking hilarious. Like, it's just, like, the rule of the book, right?
PTSD makes me funny.
Yeah.
Okay, so Ryan,
Okay, go ahead.
she sent me like a couple of Marcus stuff, including that one I just sent you. And then she's like, all my For You pages now is Marcus. And I was like, mine is Marcus and Repo, and every now and then, our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. And she was like, what the fuck? And I was like, and people wonder why I'm manic.
Like, there's just so much going on. Like,
But I also
Oh,
get that
gosh.
Trash Man too, because that's pretty much all my For You page consists of right now.
mine is just concerning.
Yeah, I'm
I
aware.
won't lie. I mean, aside from that, like those kind of videos, I also get a lot of cleaning videos and like tea videos and all that kind of stuff. Like just randomly. And I'll just be like, whatever. But I'll listen to the tea videos because one thing about me, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to listen. Because I be loving me some tea.
Oh, you mean like drama? I thought there was like literally tea talk where people were just peacefully making different types of tea.
I do get that too because I actually am a tea person, like a legitimate tea person. I love trying all different kinds of teas. I have so many different kinds in my cabinet right now. Like, I'm addicted, but no, I mean like drama.
Wow. I did see one earlier today that was like, she was like, sometimes I wonder if I'm on the right version of TikTok because people are like, did you see this celebrity's doing this and this model is doing that? And she's like, no, all I've seen is Marcus the Worm.
All I've seen is Marcus the Worm. Shout out Berg.
Yeah, welcome. Like,
I want to fuck this one.
he's like, no, he goes, I'm gonna fuck you, and just points like right at him.
And then at the same time, he's going to say he looks like a shriveled up ball sack. Like, homie, which one is it?
But did you see the part where he like tried to strangle him?
Yeah.
I was like, dude. Yep, see?
That's exactly how it happens too, bro. No shot. I don't know, like, guys, like, I think people think that, you know, we're hot and normal, but just take away both hot and normal. We're just fucking odd. Like, if you think we're hot, I hope this changes your mind, because, like, this is I think, oh my gosh, we've cracked the code. This is why we don't have boyfriends.
I was gonna say, if people continue to ask me why I'm still single, why I'm still single, I'm just gonna be like, please listen to Fear Babes podcast. And they're gonna be like, which episode? And I'm gonna be like, yes.
Like, what's funny is, like, there were a solid, like, I don't even know how many episodes, like 15, where we were mostly normal. And then all of a sudden, like, this season,
Ma'am, where?
I mean, mostly normal.
Proof.
Like,
I need proof.
I mean, I wasn't saying I'm gonna fuck this one, like Marcus the Worm.
Do we need to go back to the Shrek phase?
Oh, no. I wanted to forget that. That was a whole phase, man. That was crazy. That was wild. And, like, what's funny is, like, I genuinely don't think people thought I was joking. Like, I think they thought it was
I actually
true.
don't think people thought you were either. Because people would ask me, they'd be like, what is Mads' obsession with Shrek? And I'd be like,
I mean, one thing about me is that I like the weird ones, for sure. Like, if you're weird...
That's why it was so funny to me when I sent you, Marcus, and you're like, I'm terrified. And I was like, of all the things, this is what got you?
No, absolutely not. Because as soon as I started listening to Marcus's personality, I was like,
yep,
it's this one. This is what gets me.
Did you see the comment where someone was like, Marcus is my hear me out?
No, but, like, actually, like, as soon as he showed his finger and he said, it's ooey and gooey and all that stuff, I was like,
That's when
right
you were
there.
hooked.
That's it.
You're like, yeah, I like this one.
It's like ooey and gooey. I'd say it's probably like that right now. Like, yeah.
Did you see the part? It's the first episode, and he starts, like, he like, points at Robert's friend, and he's like, I don't like this one. And then he falls in the fire, and he's like, pain. Agony. And then the friend helps him, and then he, like, holds its face, and he's like, you're
my
saved
hero.
my life. And then he goes over to Robert, and he's like, Robert, I know you're skeptical. This one's a keeper.
Just like, I was never skeptical, homie.
I'm like, what just happened? And then Robert's like, you just told me to avoid him. And he's like, he just like just goes over and holds the guy's shoulder and then runs off and flies away into the distance.
Honestly, Marcus has aura, and I think that's the whole thing about, like, Shrek is that, like, okay, yes, it was a joke, but also hear me out. Like, it's the aura. Because there is just something, and this is just like real life talk too, is that like if you get around a guy and they are like, their personality is just hitting every single thing, and you're just like, yo, like he could be literally Shrek walking up in here with legitimate actual swamp ass. Just kidding. Just kidding. If you have swamp ass, it's over. Like, we're done.
That's where I draw the line. It's right there.
No, actually, that's where I draw the line. That's it. Dirty fingernails, like, ew. But like, if you have the aura and you have like personality, and you're not just some like, yeah, I'm gonna fuck you, girl, then I'm gonna be like, okay, like, we're good.
You turn into Marcus. I'm gonna fuck this one.
As soon that's the biggest turnoff for me, is that like a dude, you instantly know what they're in it for, and you're just like, I'm out of here. Give me a queso. Give me a Marcus the Worm. Give me someone with aura.
That's what I was gonna say too. Is it's really all about the personality. Like, yeah, looks cool, bonus, whatever. But you got personality.
It really, it's 100% about personality. Like, see, I remember Sierra back in the day when we were in high school. She was like, I know your type. Your type is like, because like I didn't really date in high school until like my senior year. And she was like, I know your type. Your type is like tall, muscular, has like abs and like chiseled and like all these things. And I'm like, girl, no. Like, even then I was like, bitch, where? Do you see me? Like, there's no way. And she was like, yeah, but I just know that's your type. And I was like, no, it really isn't. The older I've gotten, the more I'm like,
listen, Mads,
you know,
there's a difference between wants and needs.
There is.
You know?
Dude, but like the whole apps thing, I've never gotten it. Like, I remember watching Magic Mike. I had my sexual awakening when I was like 15 or whatever. No, actually it was like 12. And I remember watching Magic Mike and I was like, am I supposed to feel something right now about the muscles, or like, is it just the muscles I'm supposed to be attracted to, or is it like the dancing? Because the dancing's getting me. The muscles, not so much. I just don't get it. She disagrees.
Well, no, I don't want to say that, because like
no, okay,
bodybuilder muscly type people are like, that's like, you can't cuddle with rock hard man.
It's true, but not just that,
people
but
that like are fit.
I like people that like, I don't have like a preference on that kind of thing, because I can tell you, like, I'm probably not everyone's preference, just point blank period.
No one
but
ever
like,
is.
But like, that's the thing too. And I've learned like pretty frequently here, like the older I've gotten, is that like dudes are scared of you, man. Like, actually scared of you. Like, do you remember when we were at the rodeo in Cody?
Dude, okay, anytime we've ever been together, Mads, first of all.
But like, no,
dudes are
just
always scared of us. But yeah.
But like, here's the thing, like, I'm going to tell you guys a story that we never discussed this ever on the podcast, because we were like, no, we're not going to talk about it. We're not going to talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it this time, because we haven't had a good chat like this in a hot minute.
Hold on. I gotta recover. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Oh, it scared the shit out of me. Because he was on the other side.
Why do you do that?
I don't know, but he was laying on the other side of the door, and so when he got up, he actually like pushed the door a little bit.
Scary. Deez, you can't do that.
Well, after we just got done playing Repo too.
Dude, Repo doesn't even scare me. It's like, it's a different kind of scared. Like a scared where
the parts that
like
I get
you don't want to
scared,
die.
Yeah, the parts that I get scared is like when I open the door and the big skull thing meets me face to face and bites my head.
Yeah, and you're like,
like
fuck.
in 2 seconds, and I didn't even have time to prepare for it. That's when I actually screamed. I can't believe you guys didn't hear it, because I opened the door and I was like, Wah! And then I died.
She died.
Okay, I think we're good now. Go ahead.
You think we're ready for this story? Because it's really not crazy.
Am I
I'm just going
ready
to tell you
for
right
it?
now.
I don't even know which one it is.
I don't even know if I want to revisit. I'm just kidding. But when we went to the rodeo in Cody, Wyoming, rodeos, there are hot men, some of them, that are doing, like, and I mean conventionally.
Oh, when they were like
Right.
stretching? Is that what
So-
you're getting at?
Yeah, we got there early, and, you know, we were sitting at the front pretty much, weren't we?
We were right behind the chutes.
We were right behind the
So
chutes.
anybody that doesn't know what the chutes are is like where the horses or cattle are put into the pens, and then the cowboys get on them, and then they open the gate so they can start like bull riding and shit. Those are called chutes.
Yeah, and so this rodeo scenario was actually my very first rodeo. So part of it, the reason why we sat there is for my experience, but also because Bergie's aunt, she was like, we should sit directly above the chutes, ladies. Because she was like, kind of trying to be like a wingman in a way, low-key.
No kidding.
But-
Like, you guys should go to this bar afterwards because that's where all the cowboys go. After
Yeah,
the
she was telling us
rodeo.
everything, bro. Like, and we did it, but you know, like, we're not there yet. So, but yeah, she did. She was being a sick ass wingman. So we sit there, we're minding our own business, we're kind of munching on some stuff, and I felt like something or someone was staring. I looked down, immediately eye contact with a cowboy. And when I say like intimidating, I mean his aura was like,
Yeah,
don't
someone
look at
was-
me.
Something was dangerous about that
Something
one.
was dangerous about him. He's definitely the kind that would like,
Dark and broody.
yeah, that's not typically my type.
That's like a
But-
here for a fun time, not a long time type of situation.
You want to know something crazy? That's the type I attract the most.
Gross.
100%. It's like that type. He was tatted up, homie. Like, tatted up. And we were all like, shoo, like, he's not bad looking, bro. Like, what the fuck?
No, but he was also like laser focused too.
On us.
Because once it's you know it's like when people are staring and then you look and then they look away. This man did not look away.
Did not. Like, I was like, yo, like, I started to sweat a little bit because I was like, what the fuck? Like,
Stop staring.
I don't think I've ever been stared at that like that in my life. In my entire 26 years at that time.
Like you're a 7-course meal.
Yeah, I was like, yo, like, I was thinking, with how he was looking at us,
Or you're
I
about to be
knew-
murdered, one of the two.
no, like, I knew for a fact, I was like, he's going to come talk to us. Like, I just know he's going to come talk to us. And he never did
No.
in the stretching time. Never did. Not at all, actually.
What do you remember though when we went to the bar afterwards
Yeah.
and he was there
He was there.
and he
we
wouldn't
made eye
look
contact.
at us? Yeah, like
Yeah.
he made eye contact, but then we were sitting like right there and he like would not look at us.
And I was like, this is exactly what it's like. Like,
Yeah, because he was like from down below, like what, 20-ish feet below us.
yeah. Yeah.
He was like, I'm gonna stare right at you.
Yeah, he was.
But when we're 2 feet away, he's like, just kidding. The fuck?
Dude, that was crazy. Like, I don't know. Like, I was literally like, yo, like, we were talking and stuff, and I just felt him staring. And I was like, I'm uncomfortable right now, Loki. I'm uncomfortable. But I think the announcer's the one that got our hearts, though.
Yeah. Missed that guy.
I don't really, like, after I've seen him up close, though, I don't really vibe with him.
No, it was the voice, really. It was again, it's the fucking personality, man.
It's the personality.
because he was far away enough that he looked like a tiny human on a horsey. It was the voice and the jokes he was making, the personality through the mic, and
It was
blah,
definitely
blah,
that, like, and like from far away, he kind of reminded me of Travis from the Hannah Montana movie, and I was like, "Yo, I bet he looks exactly like Travis from the Hannah Montana movie, like actually." But no, he didn't.
No.
But yeah, that whole experience was crazy. And then when we ended up finding out that we were really hella aged out. I have never in my life, you guys,
I've never felt
felt
old.
so old. And I tell you what, that night in Cody, Wyoming at Silver Dollar Bar, I felt like the oldest bitch in the world.
You?
And
Shit,
I was
bro,
the
I'm
youngest.
older than you are.
Guys, I was actually the youngest, and I was just sitting there like, but see, my thing is, I will not date younger. It's not my thing.
I was like, am I too young to be a cougar? Like,
Am I too young to be a
is that
cougar
a
right
thing?
now?
'Cause
But like, how do you even like know? I don't know. Like, I don't know. You just don't know. Sometimes, some dudes you can get like, you can clock their aura. Like, I feel like I'm a good reader about who people are.
yeah.
And that's why, like,
Well, it's like that kid
That
that I
one.
got to come sit with us.
that's what I was about to say.
Yeah.
His aura was not threatening.
No.
He was just immature. That's his problem.
He was like 22, so
Mm-hmm.
it makes sense. The math is mathing.
22 is a baby.
Yeah.
Like, when you're 22, you think you're hot shit and you're everything, but
No.
I can tell you when you're 26, 27, 28, 29, 30 and up, you're going to be like, that's a child. And
Yo.
it's true.
Dude,
That's a child.
Sometimes, though, even in the reverse of that, sometimes I'm still like, I'm 29 and I'm a child.
I definitely still think I'm a child.
I'm like, sometimes I see people and I'm like, how do y'all have whole ass, like, 10-year-olds right now? Like, I'm still a fucking kid. Like,
I think that's the craziest part about like aging is that you're going to encounter people who are like you, like similar to us, who are in their late 20s, definitely not married, definitely don't have kids, and they are just like, they seem to have everything in life. And then you look at yourself and you're like, yo, what's going on? Like, I thought I was going to be married by 25. Like, if you had asked 5-year-old me where I would be at 27, I would say married with like 2 kids already.
dude, I'm just telling you right now, I just think that whoever is supposed to be my person just is not ready for me yet. And that's why it's taken so long.
I feel the same, but I also have, like, I also don't feel ready at this point in time in my life for that yet. But I think sometimes it's always when you're not ready that things happen.
Yeah.
And you truthfully just never know.
Mm-mm.
Like, who's going to be thrown your way, what's going to be thrown your way. And this year, like, in a way, like, this is not like in a sad way because I don't look at it in a sad way anymore. But like right at the holidays, I lost everything, right? Like everything except my family. And it's kind of taught me what's important, and it's allowed me to like figure out, hey, this is why God has not put anybody in my life yet and why things didn't work out how I wanted them to.
Mm-hmm.
There's a reason for everything. You don't see it right then, but months from that moment that you're having all these thoughts, you'll see it later. Mm-hmm. You'll 100% see it later. And I've had many a moments like that in my life. Like I didn't, like what I said earlier, like I didn't date anyone in high school until I was like senior, 17. I think I was 18. Actually, I think I was 18, no joke. And, but when I was 15, like I thought I was in love with this guy. And guess what? Guess where he's at now?
Jail.
I'm not jail. Yeah, actually.
Oh, shit. I just pulled that out of nowhere. I was like, jail.
He actually is. And you have to sit there and you have to think like, what would his influence have done in my life? Could that have changed the whole trajectory of my life if we had dated, you know?
Yeah.
And, and it really could have. And at that time, like I was devastated. I thought my life was ending. I was like, what is even happening right now? Like I was just like insane. And yeah, I mean, like, if you're hearing this, yeah, no, we didn't even date, but it was like a thing, right? And I just wish that I could go back to 15-year-old me and be like, Mads, you don't know what's coming. And God's trying to prevent that from happening. Trust him and get over yourself, please. Mm-hmm. But that's just me to me personally. That's not me to everyone else that's listening. It's just, life is crazy. And I had someone tell me recently that within the next 5 years, I think I'm going to be married. And I don't know how I feel about that right now, but I honestly have been feeling something's coming for a while now. And life is going to change. And I feel like I'm going to have so much change at one point in time.
You know,
but that's my journey. So.
Well, you know what you have to remember, though? With
What?
each day that passes, you're one step closer to all your hopes and dreams.
It's true.
Like, you're one day closer every day.
Every single day, one step closer.
Yep.
But needless to say, there is a reason for everything. Hell, there's a reason why, that guy at the bar when we were in Cody, Wyoming, he's eye-fucking us the entire time during the rodeo, but afterwards he's like, I don't know you. Who are you? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You don't know what people are going through. No. You don't know who they are. And like what Burgundy said, like, there was something about him that emitted danger. And it's true. Like, I felt that for sure. To where it's like, yeah, no, that's not something I've ever wanted to mess with. Not doing that. If my inner alarm is going danger, danger, I'm walking away.
100%, my dude.
Every time. In every challenge or aspect of my life. If there's danger, not anxiety, I mean danger, and I feel that in the pit of my stomach, I'm done. I'm not doing it.
Yeah. You don't fuck around with intuition, homie.
Yeah.
You just don't, okay?
Yeah, always listen to your intuition, because that's something that I've definitely need to work on. For sure.
Yeah, my gut has never steered me incorrect.
Yep.
Even when I try to ignore it, it's like, I fucking told you so, man.
Yep.
I'm like, damn, I should have listened.
Should have listened to my gut. Mm-hmm. But I love how we go from Marcus the Worm.
I was gonna say, what a weird transition.
To this.
Now we have to go into Project Fear.
Now we have to go into Project Fear.
But here, let me just wrap it all up and tie a little bow on it nicely for you, okay?
Yeah. I
want Project Fear to take Marcus the Worm on an investigation with them.
Dude, that would be so funny.
Could you imagine?
It would be so niche, nobody would get it.
Dude, also,
everybody would be like, what is this?
Also, I forgot to say earlier, I aspire to be as unbothered as Marcus is.
Me too, because he'll literally just point blank avoid a question. He's just like, whatever.
It's like he's so like involved in what's happening and not all at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, how? How is he so chill about it, you know?
He is everything I need to be.
Yeah, basically. And that's why I think he's so intriguing to so many people.
Yeah.
Anyways.
He's different. Daddy, I love him.
Oh, God. Not that much.
No, do you know what that's from, right? The Little Mermaid? Mm-hmm. Where Ariel's like, but Daddy, I love him. He's like, you don't even know him.
Well, fun fact. Trident, they've made a whole Netflix series about it. It's called Love is Blind.
Fergie's new addiction.
No, bro, it's been my addiction for a while.
Damn, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, there's like 8 seasons, and I somehow watched 1 through like 6, or 1 through 5. Skipped 6 and 7 and watched 8, so now I had to go back, and I'm almost done with 6. And then 7's left, and then I'm done. I I love love, Mads, okay? I just love love.
I
And
love
it's sad, I hate it here.
I love trash TV. I don't love love. I love trash TV. I love
Other people's drama.
yeah, like
Yeah, that too.
I have been so addicted here recently. I think if I had been born in my mom's generation, I would have been trouble. Like no joke. I really think I would have, because if like I would have totally been a blonde bimbo bitch. I'm not even kidding. I wanted to be that so bad as a kid. I wanted to be on Rock of Love with Bret Michaels. I wanted to be a Playboy bunny. Like I wanted to be it all.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to be everything. I wanted to live in Vegas. I wanted to live the party lifestyle, like the rock star lifestyle. I wanted to be like all that.
Yeah.
Then look at what I am.
It's all of our mom's fault, bro, because my mom used to watch fucking Girls Next Door,
I love that show.
like, all the time, and I would watch it with her, and I was, like, in 7th grade.
Yeah, dude, I watched
like-
Jersey Shore in 5th grade.
Like, there was, like, one time my best friend and I in middle school, we were like, we want to be Playboy bunnies for Halloween, and of course our parents were like, no, and we were like, that's so stupid. Like,
Dude, okay, real quick, before we get into the Project Fear side of it,
yeah.
there's 2 costumes I've always wanted to do. And people may think that this is so cliche. I don't give a fuck. Listen to me right now. I've always wanted to be a Playboy bunny with Hugh Hefner. And then, like, as in costume for Halloween
Yeah.
with a boyfriend. And then I wanted to do the glam bot with Austin Powers. Oh my god.
Dude, I've
Oh
always
my
wanted
God.
to be Priscilla and Elvis
That would be so cute too.
with a boyfriend, of course, or a husband, whatever.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
We just need a Hugh Hefner and we can be Playboy bunnies.
All right. Fuck it, bro. Let's do it.
Cause aura. The
Yeah.
aura. Let us know if you want to be our Hugh Hefner for Halloween.
Do you want to be the Hugh to our Playboy bunnies? Apply here.
Oh my god. But you know what? Back to the whole age thing about our moms. What's crazy is I had like MTV on my little princess TV upstairs in my room where nobody was watching like what I was doing.
Mm-hmm.
I was watching Bret Michaels' Rock of Love and like all of the of love shows. Like there was Flavor of Love, the one with Tila Tequila where she had men and women. The fuck is up? Anyway, and then obviously the Bret Michaels one, and I remember watching Flavor of Love with Flavor Flav, and then the Bret Michaels one, and I was like I had the fattest crush on Bret Michaels, and I was like,
I
yo,
could so see that.
I was like, yo, but like the things I've been watching it recently, the things that he says are so old fashioned. Like he'll be like, there's just something about how she looks. It's just so sexy to me. And I'm just like, ew, gross, so nasty. Turn off. Turn it off. Turn it off, please. I can't.
That's so funny.
I don't know. There's other things that he said too that I'm like, oh my gosh, like my mom, what was she thinking? Like she should not have had MTV on like our little package for TV back then.
Dude, do you remember like falling asleep to like Cartoon Network? You're probably just watching like Courage the Cowardly Dog or some shit.
On
And then you
Boomerang?
wake up at like 2 a.m. and it's fucking Adult Swim and there's like a
Robot
floating
chicken?
Yeah, or there's like a floating meatball and a talking soda cup. and you're like little like 6 years old watching this shit at like 3 in the morning because you're like, what the fuck is happening?
Dude.
Futurama.
Dude, I saw crazy crap as a kid, not gonna lie. I was playing GTA. My brother went to a strip club one time and he actually got us banned from playing GTA at our grandparents' house because our uncle had it. Like my uncle loaded it and he was in bed with the stripper because Samuel's dumb fuck ass saved the game after he got in bed with the stripper.
Oh my god.
I was like, oh my gosh, like you fucking idiot.
No
Made me
kidding.
so mad. Anyway.
That's
We
funny.
have been talking for 45 minutes. We need to shut the fuck up
I
and do
know.
our job. You know what's funny, guys? I said we need to shut the fuck up, but it's been me this entire time. So funny.
Real talk. Courage the Cowardly Dog was kind of also fucking scary.
It was. It actually
As-
legitimately was.
Like, I loved Courage, but I also was, like, very scared of that show at the same time. Like, would give me nightmares type shit.
Me too.
Because I was, like, literally 5 years old watching it. Dude, you remember Ed, Ed, and Eddie?
Oh, yeah, do I?
Johnny Bravo was my
Johnny
shit.
Bravo. Oh, yeah.
Dawn used to always, like, pretend to, like, talk like Johnny Bravo. He'd be like, hey, pretty mama. And I'd be like,
Which, Johnny Bravo was essentially Elvis, but blonde. And tall. Like, what is happening?
it's so funny.
Hey,
Okay.
pretty mama.
Yeah, what do you think of my hair?
My hair.
And then fucking Ed, Ed, and Eddie, I would always be like, butter toast. Like the stupid Ed. Do you remember him?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
definitely him, for sure.
Yeah.
That was good.
Anyway, so yeah, should we talk about our good old Project Fear?
Yeah, so...
I was gonna say our good old pals Project Fear, but I realized that based off the intro you gave, I probably shouldn't say that.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know.
Full disclosure, Tanner, I didn't know that was gonna happen, but I'm also not taking it out either, so sorry, not sorry.
Yeah, it was actually, like, legit cool as fuck. Anyway, so the first thing I wanted to make note of is this episode was really reminiscent of early Project Fear.
Do you know what's wild about you saying that?
What?
I was sitting there watching it, and I was, like, reminiscing on the good old days, like, when Fear Friends would do, like, rewatches and live tweet, and, like, people would join us, and I texted Melissa, and I was like, bro, one of these days, just for shits and gigs, we should do another rewatch live tweet for nostalgic purposes.
That would be so fun, but I feel like nobody would do it.
I don't give a shit if nobody does it, as long as we do it, you know?
Everyone's gotten so stale recently.
Yeah, and people don't want to participate in things either.
Yeah. Things have changed for sure in, like, the realm and the aura, which, whatever, you know, but it's definitely different. But I definitely feel as far as, like, the evidence goes, it was so similar to the beginning Project Fear. And, like, in the last UK episodes that we had watched, I wasn't too impressed. I wasn't ecstatic about what was happening, should I say, in a nutshell. But this time, I don't know what they did. I like the editing style. All of it just seemed very reminiscent to the early days of Project Fear and late Destination Fear. So
Yeah.
I enjoyed it for that reason.
A couple of the shots of the castle, I was like, oh, that's crisp. And
It's quick.
I like it. Mwah. Chef's kiss. Mwah.
Nice.
What was that little laugh about?
Because, like, I'm glad you can't see me right now because I'm blushing.
Oh. Do you need to change your pants?
So, oh, okay. So, I guess to start us off, do you have your favorite moment by chance?
You know, yes, I do, but it's gonna sound weird.
Okay.
Okay, it's gonna sound very, like,
So, here's the
surface
thing.
level, I guess.
Here's the thing, though, about weird. Have you listened to the entire fucking part of the episode that we just discussed? And you're saying it's going to be weird?
I mean, true. I guess that we are just foreshadowing everything else to come, right? It's just gonna sound very surface level and very based, but
that's okay.
I honestly like the aesthetic of the castle. Does that make sense? Like, the building itself is, like, beautiful.
It is. It's very gorgeous.
And I was like, I know this is gonna sound strange, but that, like, the castle itself is my favorite part.
Yeah, I have to agree with you there for
Like,
sure.
The lands, I know it was, like, raining and gloomy, but it was so picturesque. I was like, you know, look at this. Look at it. It's amazing.
It couldn't have been more perfect for the UK and Wales just as a whole.
Right. What about you? Favorite part?
My favorite part, well, here's the thing. My favorite part has to, and this is where it truly sounds surface level and, like, lame. Like, to be completely honest with you, I thought it was so funny when they were in the car heading to Margam Castle. And just, like, that entire interaction. Mm-hmm. I take it back. That's not my favorite moment. Delete that. Delete that.
Well,
delete
I
that.
was gonna add, though, I don't know, like, why people don't like like, there's so many negative comments about the banter they have and stuff.
Well,
And I think it's funny, but I just think it's funny personally because I think you and I do a lot of the similar shit. So I think that's like it's relatable to us.
Yeah. Did I ever tell you about that time actually that my mom was watching Project Fear with me? One of those little scenes came on and she was like, "Why do they sound exactly like you and Burgundy?" And I was like,
"'Cause Mom, it's weird how the world works."
And I just looked over at her and I was like, "What are you talking about?" And she's like, "That's literally the stupid shit you guys do." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, like, why are you so hostile right now? Eat a Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry." Like, what the fuck? I'm just kidding.
That's so funny.
But yeah, I mean, I think I'm going to be honest with you, like that banter. And then, of course, when like Tanner and Dak were being super weird when they were on their little like duo solo thing.
Oh, was it what you were gonna rephrase as your favorite part?
Yeah, because
when they were hugging each other.
When they were hugging each other, and Dak goes, "Is that your flashlight or is that your flashlight?" And Tanner was like, "It's exactly what you think it is."
Yeah. Yeah.
And I was like, yikes. Is there a bromance going on here? Because, like, send us the link to, like, y'all's messages or something.
I was gonna say, this whole thing was kind of a whole, like, there was, like, an underlining bromance between Tanner and Dak the whole time.
Yeah, like, what is going on? Like, apparently we missed something.
Yeah, because I honestly thought it was Alex and Connor this whole time, but then I was like, shit, Dak and Tanner are giving them a run for their money now.
Yeah, like, what? I
don't know, like, how many times did Dakota call Tanner hot this episode?
Tanner called Dak hot, too.
He was like, I'm just trying to make sure you look cute on camera.
Weren't they the ones with the Rockstar shirt, too? Was it Tanner and Dak? Yeah. That's crazy. Yeah, they got something going on. You guys have got to stop getting it hot and heavy.
They need a Hugh Hefner to their Playboy bunnies as well.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Ew. I'm just kidding. So, what was your favorite evidence? I swear to gosh, if it's the same one as mine, I'm going to be so pissed.
Okay, well, here, we'll find out. When, I think it was, hold on, let me see. Were they all together? I think they were doing Spirit Box, yeah. And then, they said, "Why are you still here?" And it said, "Not dead." And then, "Do you believe you're still alive?" And it said, "Somewhere in between." That gave me actual chills.
That was crazy.
Like, I had a physical body response to that. Yeah, that one just gave me, like, I actually got, like, real goosebumps from that. I was like, oh. But, you know, it kind of, like, nobody talked about it. But it's, like, again, we always do, like, these things where we're like, what if it meant this, though? It's, like, somewhere in between, like, what if they got stuck in the place in between life and, you know, heaven? Like,
well,
you know?
Here's something that I really wanted to discuss because, as you all know, like, here recently, I've really been very fascinated in the Bible and the stories and all of that kind of stuff. Well, I don't know if you knew this or not. I definitely didn't know. And I was raised in the church, like, as a kid. Like, religiously, like, every Sunday morning, Sunday night, Sunday school, every Wednesday. Like, my mom was super involved in church, so obviously I was. And I never knew that, and this is perfect timing, actually, because by the time you guys hear this, it's going to be Easter Sunday. And Jesus will have been resurrected, right? Mm-hmm. Before Jesus' sacrifice on the cross, everyone actually went to this place called Sheol. And that's where they all stayed. And then after Jesus died, he went to Sheol, witnessed to all of those souls, and took them to heaven with him. Sheol still exists to this day, by the way, because I don't know if you know this. I don't know if any of our listeners actually know this. I also didn't know this until I was reading the Bible, is that in Genesis, it discusses how they're talking about, you know, the famous story of Noah's Ark. Well, the reason why God flooded the earth is because his own angels from heaven came down on earth and mated with humans, right? I promise I have a point to this. Okay. Mated with humans, created like these crazy tall creatures, which now is proven through science that giants have been found. And God was so mad, he was like, I'm flooding this earth. I regret creating all of you guys. Like, and he flooded the earth, right? Well, those angels that betrayed God and his trust are actually still in Sheol right now in chains. And, you know, I was thinking a lot about how people who don't go to heaven, they're also all in Sheol. I looked at my mom after we had discussed that at Bible study on Wednesday night, and I was like, Mom, what if those are the things that we're talking to when we're talking to spirits? Because have you noticed too that like some of the evidence that the crew have gotten at 2 entirely different places at 2 entirely different continents reference before time? Last week when we reviewed the Nevada State Prison, they got before time. This week in the Margam episode, they got before time. Wow. And I just think that that's very interesting, like as a whole. Whether you believe in the Bible and what it says or not, I think it's definitely something to consider. What if that's like we're communicating with the people who are not in heaven, they're not in hell, because apparently I don't think anybody's in hell yet, and we're just talking to these entities, these bad people, right? Mm-hmm. Or people who don't believe, should we say. And that's why you get so many different responses from so many different people.
That's interesting.
Ever since then, I've been kind of like, yo.
No, that's kind of interesting, though.
Like, it really makes you think. And those angels will stay there until the end of time, and then they'll go to hell, by the way. And last week, we were discussing everything to do with what we could actually be potentially speaking with. And I think that that's, like, putting all that together.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I'm almost convinced. I just wonder. I just wanted to bring that up because I thought it was interesting.
It is interesting. I'm just not saying a lot because, like, this is the first time hearing of it, and I don't like to speak on topics I don't know a lot about because I just don't know a lot about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I also do want to say, like I really hope I didn't get anything wrong, especially when it comes to religion, but I just learned this information, and based off of what I did learn, I just thought that it was worth sharing because it all ties in with what we were discussing at the end of our episode last week and then what's going on this week. It's just weird. Like, it doesn't seem like and I've said this before too, I don't believe in coincidences, and that just doesn't seem like a coincidence. You know what I'm saying? Right. So yeah. It's worth really thinking about. I would definitely say do your own research. Yeah. You yourself and sure. Our listeners. It's like it's the in-between. So
yeah, well, I mean, that makes sense though, but that even to go back to that evidence, then the response literally was somewhere in between.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, you know, the whole point of people investigating for, like, spirits and stuff is because people are looking for answers for stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, it's just kind of all very intriguing, if you ask me.
That's what, like, where it all clicked, I think, for me.
Yeah. Well, that's what I said, like, too, though. Like, it gave me, like, actual goosebumps.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And then you, like, add in everything you just told us. And it's like, whoa. Crazy.
It is crazy.
Okay, well, what was your favorite evidence then?
So, this is actually at the very beginning of episode 1. The whole entire crew are together. Dak whips out the music box.
Not his flashlight.
No. His music box. Thank God he didn't whip that out. Put it back. Jesus Christ. Like, what are you doing? What is going on here? If he ever did that, I would die. I would gouge my eyes out. Okay. And so they had the music box out, and Chelsea asked, if you're willing to talk to us, will you make it go off once? If you're not willing to talk to us, will you make it go off twice? And it legitimately goes off twice.
I know. I was like, bro, what the...
They were in the stairwell. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I don't know where they were. But they were somewhere.
I know what you're talking about, but I think they were...
Was it the tapestry room?
Maybe. I was unsure, kind of, but I think they had gone upstairs already, right?
Yeah, they were already upstairs, I believe. I think. Maybe not. Maybe I lied. I don't know.
Is it on my first page?
It probably is on your first page because it's like not far down.
Very beginning, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But
crazy.
Yeah. That's a good segue into honorable mentions though, because the way that music box was kind of like acting, slightly abnormal than how it's supposed to in certain aspects, like certain spots, kind of was like the beginning of all of their equipment malfunctioning throughout the whole night.
Yeah, that was insane.
I was like, whoa, what's happening?
Yeah, all of the malfunctioning was just crazy. I mean, I'm just looking through my notes right now and I'm reading PS starts to malfunction.
Yeah.
Walkie starts to malfunction. Yeah. A lot.
The Ovilus did like that weird thing with Chelsea and Dak where it like went blank for a second and then showed the word.
Yeah.
Just a bunch of weird shit happening.
A lot.
The whole time.
Something that I did want to mention was in episode 2 when they decided to do solos. And Alex is the one that got the solo. Surprise!
Well, I was gonna say, when I was watching that part and I was thinking about it, I was like, this is just it. I'm just gonna say that you and I created the lore that something is always going on with Alex.
I definitely...
And I was like, this is perfect Fear Babes lore right here.
I think he's a target for some reason.
Some way.
Like, I just think that his energy draws other energies in.
Yeah.
Why that is, I don't know. I mean...
Which is weird, because we've met the guy.
I was about to say, we met the guy when we weren't too impressed, so I don't know what's up with that.
Anyways.
No, I'm lying. Alex is a good dude. Man, that was painful to say. I'm just kidding.
I love him.
We don't do that. Sorry. That just...
Oh my gosh, are we entering our bash on Alex era?
I hope so, because he deserves a high key.
We've gone through Dak, we've gone through Tanner. It might be Alex's turn.
So, like, here's the lore with Alex, is that, like, obviously we have beef with Tanner, but here's the real tea about Tanner. Tanner's actually probably the better one out of all 3 of the guys.
Here's the better one.
He actually is the better one. Like, all the guy wants is just a fat and happy dog and to explore haunted places
French
and gamble.
bulldog, to be exact.
Yeah, that's all he wants in life. Meanwhile, Dakota, like, all he does is edit. Not that that's a bad thing, but he's like just kind of there. And
he's
then
just kind of a weenie,
he kind of just doesn't say anything.
Yeah.
But then he also says a lot at the same time. And then there's Alex. Well, Alex is a fucking bitch. Like, actually.
Alex has dangerous energy. Okay. No, I'm just kidding.
Dangerous energy.
No,
Alex is just... He's
just out. I don't know how to explain it. Okay?
I don't know how to
trust.
explain it. He is a bitch, but, like, in a different way. Like,
he's Al, and he's like good and not at the same time, and it's really weird. It's very conflicting.
he kind of scares me, low-key.
That's kind of what I was getting at.
Like
it's
a jump scare kind of ordeal. Like,
oh,
okay.
Oh, that kind? I was just like, he's like very like sneaky. Like he's got this little trickster vibe.
I can tell you right now, Alex gets into trouble. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
When he was in school...
He's got that aura.
Yeah, he was, like, easily 100% the kid that was, like, going to the principal's office all the time.
Alex is probably the friend of their friend group that, like, always thinks he has good ideas, and it's the, like, are we gonna get arrested kind of idea.
And not just that, but he's also, I think, the one in the friend group where if, like, everybody's sitting in a car and he says something and they're just all like, you actually shut the fuck up. Like, just shut up. Like, don't make me mad. Like, he 100% is that person. So he's, like, annoying, but he's not. But he's extremely weird, but he's not. But he's scary, but he's not. Like, he's just, like, weird.
Alex is just very contradicting. Like, somehow.
All I know is...
Like, he's not, but he is. Does that make any sense at all?
It
Probably
does
not, but it
sense.
should.
Makes sense to me, and all I'm saying is that he's the one that we should probably have beef with.
Truthfully, actually, though.
Like, no cap, no joke, like, actually, 100%.
I'm like, if anybody has ever said anything towards us where we should actually start a beef with them,
it's Alex.
Probably that guy, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Dakota won't say anything. He'll just be like, and then Tanner tells it how it is.
Tanner just throws our shit right back at us. Let's be real.
Yeah.
He's
so
like,
he's
oh, fuck me. Well, fuck you too then. Like,
I'm pretty sure that was an actual quote from Tanner Wiseman. He's an idiot, dude. Like,
dude,
they're
we
all
should have made that a shirt.
Dude, I know. He's actually an idiot. Like, they're all fucking stupid in their own weird way. Like, Dakota's the one. I want to bully him so bad. Like, I've explained this so many times. Like, there's just something in me. I don't know if it's the older sister in me or what, but I just want to bully him so bad because he won't do anything about it, and it makes me even more mad. So I want to bully him more, and then he doesn't do anything. And then,
oh my god, do you have cuteness aggression?
no.
Like, when you see a puppy, do you want to like, kind of like kick it? Because this kind of sounds like that.
No, I don't. He's not like that at all. It's
Not
more
really
of like, I want to beat the fuck out of him.
It wouldn't be like kicking a puppy though. Like when you see a puppy, you
Like-
just want to squish it so much.
No, I just want to punch him so bad, and he won't punch me back. He would be like, I'm sorry if I punched him.
I'm sorry you felt the need to punch me.
And
That's
I'd
the
be
kind of
like,
guy Dakota
"Oh my
is.
God." I'd be like, oh my god, just punch me back. Just do it. Just say one bad thing. Just say one bad thing back, Dak, and I'll leave you alone forever. Just say, okay, you're dumb. It's like anything. I don't care what it is. If, like, it's just satisfy the psychoticness in me that just wants to beat the fuck out of you. Just satisfy it.
Guys, next week when we come back, we're going to have a report. So Matt's got a DM that said, hey, I just wanted to stop by and say, shut the fuck up, please. And then
Dude.
that would solve all the problems.
It actually would.
Okay, but here's the thing. So you were like, these guys are actually fucking idiots. I just want to point out that maybe like 20-ish minutes ago, you said that Mom said that they act exactly how we do. So that means we're also idiots.
Yeah, I mean, like, but here's the thing. Like, I own my shit. Like, I know I'm a dumb fuck.
If the
Like-
maths, right?
It'd be mathing, you know?
2 plus 2 does equal 4.
Yeah, no, what? Wait, back up. I was just about to agree with you, but then I thought you said 2 plus 2 equals 4.
I did. The awkward silence.
There's just something going on right now that I can't quite put my finger on. I don't know where you get 4, but
I know, because usually it's apple, but in reality,
I
it's
thought
4.
it was, I'm gonna fuck this one.
What?
Marcus?
I was like, we're having a different conversation now.
Yeah. Anyway, let's get back to the episode.
Oh, shit. All right.
I am pulling us. I am the instigator this time. There's a
is
tide,
why-
and I'm pulling us out, bro. Like, I'm fucking everything up.
Oh my gosh, I can be the moon and you can be the waves.
Oh, like the moon and the stars in the sky. I'll be there. Can I sing one more? Can I sing one more line to you?
Yeah.
For better or worse, till death do us part. I'll love you with every beat of my heart.
I swear.
I swear. I actually have killer dry throat right now.
I know. It's allergy season. Oh my gosh, he puts the Allen allergy. I think he's made that joke before. Anyways, moving on.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
damn. Well, he stole it
So-
from you first of all, so.
Probably. They still a lot from us, but I digress.
Yeah. So there was just a lot happening at this location that was just absolutely crazy. It's kind of like a episode of Fear Babes.
I want to talk about the main thing. Remember when Alex got bum rushed by a ghost and he fell out of a chair?
Yeah, that was crazy, dude. I like actually legitimately crazy.
The craziest part about that, though, was you could hear the actual running over top of the spirit box, which was fucking wild to me, because that thing is loud, okay?
Yeah, it was a lot, for sure. And this was all while he was doing his solo, by the way. Mm-hmm. And what's crazy is earlier, like in that episode, like right before Alex got like ran up on, the rest of the team were at the chapter house on the property.
Yep.
And they were getting things on, I believe, let me double check here.
Ovilus, I think.
Yeah, they were using the Ovilus this time, and Tanner says, "Are you trying to give us a warning about Alex?" Because they got the word solo. Mm-hmm. And Tanner said, "Is he okay?" And C, observe, both come through. And then suddenly, disaster, outside, quickly, return, comes through. Like, back to back. And Dakota asks, "Are you wanting us to return to the castle or another area outside?" Problem comes through.
Yeah, that was fucking wild, dude.
And they were all, like, super concerned, you know?
Yeah.
And then
Alex gets actually scared after that. Like, the way, like, that's not a coincidence.
yeah.
You know?
Yeah, oh, absolutely. But see, like, what I did want to say, too, is before he got ran up on, he was, you know, using the spirit box, as you mentioned. Mm-hmm. And he said, "You can speak to me through this device." And they were like, "Right." And he said, "Why do you want people out of here so badly?" "It's called punishment," comes through. And then he says, "Do you not want us here?" "And you're next," comes through. And then that's when, like, not too long after that, he got ran up on.
But even right before that, though, the staircase cam caught that flash of light.
Yeah.
So, like, what if that was the spirit that ran up on Al?
I feel like it was because it all happened at the same time.
Wild. Yeah, because then
Crazy.
it said, Al said, "What are you going to do to me if we don't get out?" And it said, "Follow."
Mm-hmm.
And then he was like, "Why do you not want people in this castle?" And then that's when it, rushed up on him.
Super scary.
And then, to add to the whole, like, trifecta of it all, when the crew comes back, they decide to split up, and Tanner and Al stayed on the stairs, and they did the EVP session.
Mm-hmm.
And they did, like, the first time they were like, "Did you try to scare Al out of the master bedroom?" or something along those lines. I didn't quite catch what Tanner said. And it said, "This is my castle, leave." And then, like, the very last EVP they did, it, like Alex was like, "Okay, I'm not gonna touch it. I'm just gonna put it over here and just let it sit." And it was like, "Get out." Like, just a weird series of non-coincidental evidence, if you ask me. Because I am the knower of all things. Just kidding.
No, but also, like, I did want to say, like, at the end of the second episode, too, when they did, like, Dak was under Estes and stuff, I want to just read all of that whole interaction real quick. So Shell says, "Who told Tanner and Alex to get out?" "Now," comes through. Alex asks, "Who are we speaking to?" "My father." And Dakota said it was in a female voice. Chelsea asks, "Emily, are we talking to you? Are you warning us?" "Please listen," comes through. Chelsea said, "We were given permission to come here. Seen enough," comes through. Tanner asks, "You don't want us here anymore?" "Nobody." Chelsea asks, "Is there a reason you want us to leave?" "It's mine." Alex asks, "How do you feel about the state of your home at this point?" "It's gone." Chelsea asks, "Is there anything you would like to say before we leave?" And Dakota says, another female whisper comes through, and then, "He's mad. He told you." And Chelsea said, "Do you regret building this castle? My son. Ruined." Like, it sounds so awful and so devastating, like that whole entire interaction. Like, it just sounded like, first of all, that his daughter was pleading with them and saying, "Just please go. Just please go before he gets more mad. Because, you know, you've seen enough. You've been here all night. Just go ahead and go because it's going to get crazy." And then suddenly, you know, like, they're asking the dad the direct questions, and, you know, he is very obviously devastated. I think he's just, like, kind of trapped there because of his devastation. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, so much tragedy happened. Even in his time when he wasn't alive. Oh, just terrible, you know?
Yeah, this place was wild, man. Oh, and then we do have to talk about, we cannot forget this, Dakota getting hit by that rock.
Oh, yeah? What do you want to say about that one?
That's wild. Like, he was actually bleeding from it.
Yeah, what a weenie.
Just, like, nothing threw a rock at him. Like, that's crazy.
So, fun fact, it was actually me.
See, Mads was hiding behind the corner the whole time, so...
Yeah. That's the best I could do, guys. Sorry, without being seen.
Oh my gosh. I know what happened. You took your little repo robot, and you were hiding under the table.
Yep.
And then you grabbed the rock and you chucked it.
Yeah, because he pisses me off, but that's not here
See,
nor there.
that makes way more... Debunked. We debunked it.
Debunked. Yeah, yeah. What a dipshit.
It's debunked now. Now we figured out what happened.
Well,
I'm just trying to skim my notes real fast, make sure there's nothing else we should bring up, because so many things happened here.
there was a lot of noise. There was a lot of evidence. I know in the very beginning, they weren't getting many answers to their questions.
Yeah.
It was just crazy. Just the entire thing. I mean, all of it.
You hear me yawn just now? No. It's like, that's what talking about Dakota does to me.
Yeah.
Oh, so boring.
What a Boeing loser.
Cool. Anything else we should bring up, do you think?
I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I don't really have much to say.
Thick, brother.
Because I'm tired of talking. I've talked way too much this episode.
Cool. Okay, so if you like this episode of Fear Babes, please like, comment, and subscribe. Follow us on all social media platforms at Fear Babes. Come visit us at Penhurst. That's a month away. We're gonna have merch. We made shirts and stickers, and my face will be there, and Mads' face will be there, so that's all you need, right? Also, if you don't know who Marcus the Worm is, we can be friends until you do, so you might want to figure that one out. Totally lost my train of thought. It left the station. It's getting late. I'm hungry. It's Friday night. Probably gonna watch Love is Blind and go to bed.
Hey, bye, babes.
Goodbye.
I'm trying to...
Think big but dinky bones for that.